Ito ang inyong lingkod na nagbabalik upang magbigay ng mga balitang walang bias at pawang katotohanan lamang. Ito ang Bayang Pinas. Ang isyong ito ay naging usap-usapan sa buong bansa at iba't ibang social media platforms. Nagkagulo kamakailan sa Kamara de Representantes matapos ang mainit na konfrontasyon na nagresulta sa pasapilitang pagpapalis kay Congresswoman Franz Castro mula sa sesyon. Ayon sa ulat, ang insidente ay nagsimula na magkaroon ng matinding sagutan sa pagitan ng mga miyembro ng Kamara na nauwi sa utos na paalisin si Castro sa plenaryo. Samantala, si Congressman Acop ay napaulat na labis na nababahala sa posibilidad na siya ay makontem muli dahil sa sitwasyon. Ang kanyang takot ay nauugat umano sa naunang mga insidente kung saan may mga mambabatas na naharap sa legal na hamon dulot ng contempt order. Ang tensyong ito ay nagdulot ng iba't ibang reaksyon mula sa publiko at mga kapwa mambabatas. Ang ilang grupo ay bumatiko sa nangyari. Tinawag itong pagsupil sa karapatang magpahayag, habang iba naman ay nanawagan ng kaayusan sa Kamara upang maiwasan ang ganitong kaguluhan sa hinaharap. Sa kabila ng insidente, nananatili ang panawagan ng mga lider ng Kamara para sa mas maayos na at magalang na talakayan sa bawat sesyon. Patuloy na nakatutok ang publiko sa magiging aksyon ng Kamara kaugnay sa nangyaring tensyon. Well, para nga sa kabuuang detalye at impormasyon ay panoorin na lamang natin ang buong video. At salamat na rin sa ating mga solid viewers sa walang sawang pagsuporta. At kung bago ka pa lamang sa ating channel ay syempre, huwag kakalimutang mag-subscribe, pindutin ang notification bell at piliin na rin ang all upang laging maging updated sa mga balitang bago, totoo at walang bias dito sa channel ng Bayan, ang Bayang Pinas. Huwag din pong kakalimutang mag-iwan ng like at i-share ang ating mga videos. Muli po mga kaibigan, maraming salamat po and God bless.
My query to Mr. Ortonio. Yeah, kasi sir, kanina sabi mo, you have to refresh your memory, di ba? Ano ba talagang totoo? Kasi, sandali po, please wait to be recognized by the chairman. Di pa ako tapos. Kasi po, sa akin po, you're concealing information. And that's in violation of our internal rules with regards to Section 11. Concealment of information. So ano ba talaga? Nakalimutan mo o dahil doon sa question of protocol?
To tell you the truth po, Your Honor, it's really on the protocols, Your Honor. It's really on the protocols.
Okay, could you please give us the names of the security personnel? Submit it to COMSEC. Okay, next to interpolate. Si Congressman Zia. Ay, Jay. Congressman Jay Konghun.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I direct my questions to Ms. Sunshine Farda?
Yes, please. Ms. Sunshine Parda.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Good
Ms.
evening
Sunshine
po.
Farda, kayo po ay nagtrabaho sa ilalim ni Vice President Sara noong siya po ay mayor pa ng Davao City. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Kailan po ito?
It was in 2011, Mr. Chair.
Ano ang nahawakan mong posisyon nung ikaw ay nagtatrabaho sa Davao?
When I started working for the Office of the City Mayor, Mr. Chair, I was under a contract of service. I think Operations Assistant was the designation, Mr. Chair.
Ano ang tungkulin mo sa posisyong ito?
My work at that time, Mr. Chair, was to write technical letters, technical writing, preparation of MOA, drafting of executive orders, and also attending meetings on behalf of the City Mayor's office.
Abogado po ba kayo? Abogado po kayo, tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Kailan po kayo nakapasa sa bar exam?
I passed, Mr. Chair, in 2019 because I took the 2018 bar examination.
Kasabay niyo po si Attorney Michael Powa.
I believe so, Mr. Chair, yes.
Okay. At noong si Vice President Sara ay naging DepEd Secretary, kayo ay unang naging Head Executive Assistant niya sa Department of Education. Tama po ba?
Yes, I confirm that, Mr. Chair.
Hanggang kailan ito?
It was from July 1, 2022 until, I believe, around April, Mr. Chair, 2023.
At nung matapos ito, kayo naman ay inatasan niya maging Assistant Secretary ng Office of the Secretary sa DepEd. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I was appointed by the President po as Assistant Secretary of the Office of the Secretary.
Bilang ASEC, ano ang iyong tungkulin?
I was in charge of the administration of the entire Office of the Secretary, Mr. Chair. I was also assisting the Vice President in technical matters like in meetings. I also assisted her during the field visitations and also helped out in managing the staff in the entire Office of the Secretary proper po.
At kayo rin ay bumitiw sa Department of Education sa inyong posisyon noong July 9, 2024. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Kasabay-
Sorry, Mr. Chair, it wasn't July 9 po. I believe I started with the Office of the Vice President, Mr. Chair, July 16 po.
Okay. Kasabay mong nag-resign sa Department of Education, sila retired Major General Mempin, Mr. Monsayak, Mr. Powa, at si Mr. Baluyan. Tama ba?
Bali po, Mr. Chair, nauna po ako ng ilang araw, nag-send po ako ng aking resignation letter. Nauna po ako ng ilang araw sa kanila, Mr. Chair.
Dahil ito sa kadahilan ng nagbitiw na si Vice President Sara bilang Secretary ng Department of Education.
That's one of the reasons, Mr. Chair, and I also wanted to respect the decision of the next secretary as to whom he should be, who he wants to be appointed for the position that I was handling at the time.
At nung kayo ay nag-resign sa Department of Education, kayo naman ay nailipat sa Office of the Vice President. Tama po ba?
I applied, Mr. Chair, as one of the employees po of the Vice President's office.
Ano ang posisyon mo sa Office of the Vice President?
At the moment, Mr. Chair, I'm the Director for the Strategic Management Operations. Strategic Management Office, SMO Office po.
Ano yung layunin ng ano ang layunin ng Strategic Management Office?
I handle...
Ano yung trabaho mo?
Sorry, Mr. Chair. Okay, I handle 3 divisions po, the Knowledge Management Division, the Management Information Systems Division, as well as the Planning Division po. So we handle the matters on planning, on the knowledge management, as well as the information systems po, like yung sa technology IT po na division.
Ano ang experience ninyo at ikaw ay nilagay bilang direktor ng Strategic Management Office? Sa iyong palagay, kwalipikado ka ba?
I believe so, Mr. Chair, because my papers and my application was submitted to the Civil Service Commission and it was also approved by them.
Okay. Balikan natin ulit noong November 11, 2024, nag-issue ang committee ito ng contempt order or arrest order laban sa iyo dahil hindi ka nag-a-attend ng hearing.
Yes, Mr.
Noong
Chair.
November 14, 2024, nakatanggap ang committee ito ng letter na nagsasabi na ikaw nasa official business sa Southern Mindanao Satellite Office noong November 9 up to November 15. Tama ba?
I received a travel order, Mr. Chair, and I left Manila po on November 9 so that I can help out or monitor the Thanksgiving activities in Davao City, supposedly.
Sa mga aktibidades na ito, ano ang partisipasyon ninyo?
Supposedly, Mr. Chair, I was to monitor the Thanksgiving activities. Unfortunately, I wasn't really able to attend any of these because when the arrest order came out on November 11, I was so afraid already. I did not go out of the house anymore. So I informed po the office that I actually informed the office and the Vice President that I did not attend the activities, Mr. Chair, because medyo natakot po talaga ako nung lumabas na yung arrest order. So nagstay lang po ako sa bahay ng ate ko sa Davao City.
So hindi ka nag-participate sa ginawang activities ng OVP sa Southern Mindanao Satellite Office?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I did not participate and due to fear po of being seen because of the arrest order, Mr. Chair.
Kanino mo sinabi na nasa bahay ka lang o hindi ka nag-participate?
I actually informed the Vice President, Mr. Chair, and I also texted ASEC Lemuel, but I'm not sure if he received it because hindi rin ako naka-receive ng response at that time.
Okay. Hindi ka nagpaalam kay Attorney Zuleika Lopez?
Hindi po ako nagpaalam direct sa kanya because I was thinking, Mr. Chair, that she was still in the United States at that time. I did not know that she already went home or went back home.
Okay. Kilala mo si Miss Zuleika Lopez?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Gaano na kayo katagal magkakilala?
When I started working for the Office of the City Mayor, Mr. Chair, in 2011, she was already the city administrator at that time.
Siya ang chief of staff, no?
Oh.
At undersecretary ng OVP nung panahon kayo ay nagtatrabaho sa Department of Education. Tama ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, balik po tayo unti, no? Nung panahong nasa Department of Education po kayo, habang kayo po ay HEA o Assistant Secretary ni Vice President sa DepEd, madalas ka rin bang pumunta sa Office of the Vice President?
Actually, Mr. Chair, hindi po. Kasi hindi ko po maiwan yung Office of the Secretary. So, mabibilang pa lang po ng 5 daliri ko yung pagpunta ko doon. Depende lang po pag pag mayroon silang ni-invite. Like, I was invited in one of their events, like yung Halloween po, na judging ng kanilang mga events. Ganun po na klase lang ang pagpunta ko doon.
So, hindi ka madalas ipatawag ni
No,
Vice
Mr.
President
Chair.
Sara? Okay. Asawa mo si Ginoong Edward Fajarda.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Tama po ba? Si Edward ba ay nagtatrabaho rin sa ilalim ni VP Sara noong mayor pa siya ng Davao?
No, Mr. Chair, he wasn't.
Okay. Si Edward, siya yung na-appoint, di ba, na bilang Special Disbursing Officer sa DepEd, tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Sabay kayo ni Edward na nagtrabaho sa Department of Education?
Nauna rin lang po ako ng 1 month, Mr. Chair. He started with the Department of Education in August 1. I started July 1, 2022 po.
At noong July 2024, kayo ay nag-resign sa Department of Education. Kasabay nila Yusek Michael Powa, Asek Reynold Monsayak, Yusek Nolasco Mempin, at Asek Baluyan. Tama ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
At ikaw din ay nag-resign sa DepEd kasama ni Mr. Edward Fajarda. Tama ba?
That's correct, Mr. Chair.
Ngayong panahon na ito, ano ang tungkulin mo o responsibilidad mo sa OVP?
As I've mentioned already kanina, Mr. Chair, I'm the Director for the Strategic Management Office po.
Okay. Kung maaalala ho natin, no, noong nakaraang hearing, sinabi ni Yusek Gloria Jumamil Mercado na inabutan mo siya ng puting envelope na may nakasulat na hope. Ang ibig sabihin ng hope, tingin mo ano ibig sabihin ng hope?
I believe that's the head of procuring entity, Your Honor.
Okay. So, yun nga ang sinabi niya, inabutan mo siya ng sobre na nagkakalaman ng 50,000.
Allegedly, Mr. Chair, yes.
Kaya nga, yun nga yung sinabi niya, no?
Yes po.
At sinabi rin ni Ms. Catalan, ang Chief Accountant ng DepEd, sinabi rin niya noon na inabutan mo rin siya ng pera na galing sa confidential fund. Miss Shine, matagal na kayong nagtatrabaho kay VP Sara. Masasabi mo ba na loyal ka sa kanya?
I am loyal, Mr. Chair, to anybody whom I'm working for because that's part of my job po as an employee.
Siyempre, no? Siguro naman, dahil sa sobrang tagal nyo na magkakilala ni Vice President Sara Duterte, hinire ka niya sa Davao, tapos dinala ka niya o nag-apply ka at tinanggap ka niya sa Department of Education, at nung nag-resign ka, nag-apply ka rin sa Office of the Vice President, at ikaw tinanggap niya, masasabi natin na talagang loyal ka, no? Kay Vice President Sara.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
At dahil sa matagal na kayong nagtatrabaho kay VP Sara, no? Naging heya ka niya sa Department of Education. Ano ang kadalasang trabaho na pinapagawa niya sa iyo?
As Head Executive Assistant, Mr. Chair, it's actually similar to my role as ASEC. Mas nadagdagan lang po yung ASEC. It's still administration po, general administration of the Office of the Secretary proper, supervision of the people inside the Office of the Secretary proper, assisting her during the field visitations, helping her with meetings and technical na requirements. And there was also a time when I was helping her or drafting department orders on behalf of the Office of the Secretary.
Talagang napakadami mong ginagawa sa kanya, at talagang masasabi natin dahil sa sobrang dami ng iyong obligasyon sa iyong trabaho sa kanya, talagang masasabi natin na pinagkakatiwalaan ka niya. Tama ba?
I believe so, Mr. Chair.
Nung naging heya at Assistant Secretary ka ng DepEd, kilala nyo si Yusek Gloria Mercado, tama ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Si Director Resty Osayas,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
si Miss Runa Catalan.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, balikan natin, no? Nung yung sinabi ni Yusek Gloria Mercado. Sinabi nila no nakaraang hearing, isiniwalat nila sa kumiting ito na inabutan mo daw sila ng puting envelope na naglalaman, no, ng malaking pera. So dahil hindi ka nagpakita sa mga panahong ito, hindi ka nabigyan ng pagkakataon para sagutin, no, yung mga akusasyong ito. Totoo ba na inabutan mo sila ng sobre o nagsisinungaling silang tatlo?
Respectfully, Mr. Chair, I would not want to answer that question. May I explain if I be allowed? In the previous hearings, Mr. Chair, there have been those allegations which insinuated that I committed these illegal acts. There were actually some crimes that were mentioned. And as such, if I'm going to answer those allegations, Mr. Chair, respectfully, I would want to answer them in a proper forum wherein I will be able to present my defenses based on the completeness of the said allegations, Mr. Chair.
Hindi, tinatanong lang naman kita kung meron kang inabot o wala. It is answerable by yes or no. Kung wala, sabihin mo wala. Kung meron, sabihin mo meron.
I will not answer, Mr. Chair, respectfully po. I already stated my reason for such.
So you are invoking your right for self-incrimination.
I will not answering, Mr. Chair, as I've already informed you of the reason for such.
Okay. Sige, maraming. Interject ko. If you want.
Mr. Chair.
Please proceed.
Mr. Chair, I hope you understand po, with the respectfully through the chairman, Attorney Fajarda, we have rules po kasi in the committee, and refusal to answer is a ground for contempt. We would much prefer if you would choose to invoke your right, please do so. Do not say that you are refusing to answer. If you are very welcome to invoke your right, but we need to hear it from you po.
I stand by my answer in the previous answer that I've given to Honorable Kongkun, Mr. Chair.
That you refuse to answer.
Yes, Mr. Chair, because I will only answer in a proper forum where I will be able to present my defenses po.
You refuse to answer, yet you do not invoke the right.
It's in the same manner, Mr. Chair, that I am saying that I refuse to answer such questions po.
Well, Mr. Chair, we leave it to the committee on how they would appreciate that answer. We just had to clarify whether this was an invocation of the right. Thank you, Ms. Fajardo.
Mr. Chair,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, may I interject? May I follow up, Mr. Chair? Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, Mr. Chair. So again, I would like to reiterate the question of Congressman Rog Gutierrez. Your answer, would that in effect invoking your right against self-incrimination?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Yeah. Because you've mentioned about the proper forum, so I would presume that the proper forum is the court. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So you are invoking your right against self-incrimination.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. But Mr. Chair, but that does not mean that she is denying the allegation. She's just merely invoking her right against self-incrimination. To me, Mr. Chair, that's my own interpretation. That's it's one way of saying that I admit, but this is not the proper code to discuss that. Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's a manifestation po. And that is my personal interpretation.
I understand, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, we will respect your right against self-incrimination. Next. Yes, please continue, Congressman Kong.
So, base sa tatlong opisyales no, ng Department of Education, katulad sa mga pahayag nila Yusek Mercado, Ms. Catalan, at Director Usayas, kayo po ay nagbigay no, sa kanila, no, o Director Usayas, no, kayo po ay nagbigay sa kanila ng sobre, binigyan niyo po sila ng pera, at katulad nga po ng sinasabi nila, ito ay galing no, sa confidential fund ng Department of Education. Ngayon, kung hindi niyo po masasagot ng diretso ito, igagalang ko po yung inyong karapatan na hindi sagutin. Kaya lang hindi mo maiiwasan no, ang committee ito no, na mag-isip no, kung totoo nga ba no, ang sinasabi ni Yusek Mercado, ni Ms. Catalan, at ni Director Usayas. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. The next to interpolate is Congressman Sia Alonto Adjong.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to, again, be enlightened. And if you may, Ms. Fajardo, you walk me through on how the utilization of the confidential funds pertaining to the issuances of the disbursement liquidation report, the checks, and the disbursement vouchers, if you may. This is also in line with the attempt of this representation to really fully understand on how you comply with the joint circular. No? So you just walk me through. Ms. Fajardo, last hearing, Yusek Mercado says na ikaw ang nag-abot sa kanya, ng cheque na nagkakalaga ng 37.5 million. These are 3 checks, which amounts to 112.5 million in total. Para kanyang pirmahan yung releasing of the confidential funds ng DepEd noong 2023. Would you confirm that, Ms. Fajardo?
That is false, Mr. Chair. I never gave any checks to Ms. Mercado, number one. And number two, Mr. Chair, I am not involved in any way in the utilization of the confidential funds, respectfully, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so you are saying that you never in any way secured the signatures of Ms. Yusek Mercado.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I never
Categorically.
secured any of her signatures.
So what you're saying is that Ms. Yusek Mercado is the one lying, is that correct?
I'm not also saying that, Mr. Chair. I wasn't really able to listen to what she said, but I did not give her any checks, nor did I request her to sign any checks.
Okay. According to Ms. Mercado also, the checks that were requested for her to sign should also be supported by a signature from Annalyn Sevilla. Would you know Annalyn Sevilla?
Yes, Mr. Chair, she's under a secretary of the Department of Education.
Okay. What is your participation, Frieza? Can you walk me through what is exactly your participation in so far as the securing of the signatures for the disbursement to secure the disbursement vouchers?
My participation, Mr. Chair, is ministerial in nature because our setup in the Office of the Secretary, since I am in charge of the admin work, is that the documents for signature of the Vice President goes through me, and then
Wait,
yes.
po, kasi para maintindihan ko po. Sige, can you please,
My participation, Mr. Chair, in the securing of signatures is ministerial in nature,
meaning
that all the documents in the Office of the Secretary that are for signature of the Vice President goes through me or go through me so that I can have it signed by her.
yeah, that's correct. So meaning to say, when it comes to, like, for example, can we request the COMSEC to show us the disbursement voucher?
COMSEC?
Yeah. So all of these three disbursement vouchers are signed by Vice President Sara Duterte. Now, prior to the signing or releasing of the checks, you have to secure first the disbursement voucher. Am I correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And so the signature of the Vice President Sara Duterte with that of Annalyn Sevilla, as indicated here in the disbursement voucher, if we are to take your answer that you are to secure the signatures, does that mean that you also, in a way, required for this disbursement voucher to present this to Yusek Mercado for the release of the checks?
No, Mr. Chair, I have no transaction whatsoever with Ms. Mercado in relation to the confidential funds.
Okay, so what does the needed signature of the Vice President for the disbursement voucher, what is it for? In this particular monitor, is it for the releasing of the 3 checks? Is it correct?
I believe, Mr. Chair, that is for the processing of the disbursement voucher for the confidential fund.
That's correct. That is correct, and that's what Yusek Mercado said in the previous hearing. In fact, the testimony of Yusek Mercado is it's reinforced and corroborated by the statement of Ms. Catalan. So that voucher is needed to secure the release of the checks. Am I correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair, because it is routed to our office from the accounting office.
So where do you give the vouchers after having all these signatures attached in this? Where do you go from here?
After securing the signature of the Vice President, it has to be returned to the SDO, and then the SDO will be the one to return it to the accounting office.
You mean to say SDO in this case is your husband?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So it goes back to the SDO.
Yes, because he's the one carrying the documents back to the accounting office.
So your husband is the one going, so siya pupunta doon sa accounting office for the release of this?
Yes, because he's the SDO, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Would you confirm that all these 3 disbursement vouchers correspond to the 37.5 million pesos that were encashed by your husband, Mr. Fajarda?
I do not have the copies of the 3 vouchers, Mr. Chair. But I cannot confirm that because, again, I am not the one involved with the confidential funds. I just request the Vice President to sign, and then it is returned to the accounting office for the standard operating procedure in the processing of said vouchers.
According to the testimony of Land Bank, nagkaroon po ng pirmahan. The checks that were released were signed by Yusek Mercado and Yusek Sevilla on February 20, 2023, April 19, 2023, and July 11, 2023. Would you confirm this, Ms. Sunshine?
I cannot confirm that, Mr. Chair, because, again, I am not involved in the confidential funds po.
Okay. But could you at least your husband confirm these dates?
Your Honor, hindi lang po ako sure do sa exact date, but yan po yung month.
Kayo po ba, Mr. Edward, ang payee sa mga cheque na ito?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So you confirm that three checks ay 37 million, tatlo pong ni-release ito. Can we show that again? $37 million amounting to 11.2 million pesos. Tama po ba? Do we confirm that?
Tatlo po yung 37.5 million. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Edward Arda, ano po yung ginagawa nyo after you have encashed this check?
Your Honor, pag nasa akin na po yung pera, nasa office na po yan, tatawagan ko na po ang security officer na magdi-disburse po ako sa kanya ng pera.
Okay. But before the disbursement, let me go back to Ms. Fajarda. Who ordered you to secure the signature of the Vice President and for other signatures that you needed to affix on the disbursement voucher?
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, can you please repeat the
Who
question?
gave you who ordered you, who told you to secure these signatures?
Mr. Chair, it's part of my job. It's a ministerial...
I know, but who told you that? I mean, I know it's part of your job, but I'm sure somebody has to tell you that we need to secure these checks, get the signatures for the disbursement voucher for the release of these checks. Who told you that?
The accounting office, Mr. Chair, gives us the documents so that it will be signed with the secretary.
Yeah, but who told the accounting office?
May I ask the specific question, Mr. Chair, as to what you are pertaining to
I'm
po?
trying to understand the confidential part. It cannot be released without the signature and the approval of the principal. Is it correct?
That's the question,
Yes,
Mr. Chair.
I want to
Okay.
understand precisely because what you're saying is your job is only technical, attending meetings. That these are your answers, no? When you were asked before, technical lang yung yung trabaho mo, and you're also in charge of attending the meetings.
Mr. Chair, that was before in the City Mayor's office in 2011 po.
Okay, but what is your job now in the office of the Department of Education?
My job before in the office of the Office of the Secretary in the Department of Education, in July 2022, Mr. Chair, I was the head executive assistant. In April of 2023, I became the assistant secretary of the Office of the
Okay,
Secretary.
I want to understand, prior to the submission and the securing of the signatures and the vouchers, gusto ko lang po maintindihan, is it the accounting that is telling you na you need to secure the signatures?
I believe, Mr. Chair, it's the SDO which already informs the accounting because after he mentioned a while ago that there is a fiscal and financial plan. After that, he is the one who informs the accounting.
Do you have that fiscal and financial plan with you?
I do not have a copy of that
Mr. Chair?
document, though.
Yeah,
Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, may I request that we require the submission of this technical and
Fiscal and financial plan.
Fiscal and financial plan, Mr. Chair. That's a motion so that we can understand how the workings within your department has come to the utilization of the confidential funds. We want to understand that because
Mr. Chair, it has already been submitted po, I believe.
Can we ask the COMSEC if we can confirm that there is also already a submission of that?
Your Honor, the Secretariat has yet to receive or has not yet received the PFP, Your Honor.
So, do you stand by with your answer that you have already submitted?
I believe that it was already submitted by COA, Mr. Chair, because it is part of the submissions of the DepEd.
Wala pa. Wala pa? Comsec?